saying Jesse Rodriguez.
Bam Rodriguez didn't look good tonight. I think he won, but he just didn't look good tonight. It's his
Gonzalez, I think he did just enough to win.
You think we're going to see a new champion?
I'm sorry?
You think we're going to see a new champion?
Hey, listen, that early half of the fight for me, and that's the way that I judge cards. When he was coming
That's
back
how
with
Danny
the
Jacobs.
is he was being very, very, very sharp, and he was landing those shots. It's just how will the judges score the card, and that's for me.
That's what I'm saying.
It's what it's up to.
I definitely agree with you. In the first half of the fight, Gonzalez did pick up, maybe 2-3 rounds. That point deduction might make things interesting. You're right.
Well, look, Chris Manis gave the first 4 rounds to it.
That's what point deductions do. So, look.
So listen. I think that Bam barely won. Just my personal opinion. But I won't be surprised if Rodriguez won, especially because of that point deduction. We're here live real time. I'm T-Street Controversy with Fight View 360. Let's see if what the card's going to say. And it's hard for me to say a fighter is burnt out in this day and age when guys used to fight 10 times a year, when they were champions. For example, in Bam's case, this is his 4th fight in 11 months. And then he's supposed to return in December on the undercard of Estrada versus Chocolatito 3. So I'm not ready to say he's burnt out. However, he has fought, some top competition. One of them was a late replacement in his last 2 fights. And Israel Gonzalez did way better than I thought he was going to do. By the way, according to reports from the arena, we're before the main event and, it's not full. Let's listen.
Go to the judges' score totals, and they read as follows. Tim Cheatham, 118-109.
Oh.
Max DeLuca, 117-110. Patricia.
Gonzalez is screwed.
14-113. All 3 for your winner.
He's screwed.
Unanimous decision. He's still undefeated. And
Yeah.
still the WBC Super Flyweight Champion of the world, Jesse Bam.
Once I heard that disgusting card, that first one, I'm like, Gonzalez is screwed.
118-109, 117-110 is a little bit off for me. 114-113.
That's a whole lot off.
Pretty accurate right there. It was a close fight.
I agree with you now, Sergio. I definitely agree with you. The closest card for me was 113, 114. I think that's fair. I didn't know how the judges was going to score this card, but clearly
hopefully they give a post-fight interview.
For the power puncher. Both guys were landing a tremendous amount of punches and accuracy. But shouts out to the victor. I thought that the deciding factor would.
By the way, he was that was a low blow. I don't know what happened with Kenny Bayless in that 11th round. But that was a low blow. They did show the replay if you know what I'm talking about, if you've seen the fight. But there were 3 significant low blows in the fight, and at least 5 from my count that, were along that belt line. Here's Chris Mannix talking to Bam.
Defend your title. I think a lot of people thought coming in this may be something of a showcase fight for you, but this was maybe a tougher one than people thought.
It was a tough fight.
I
didn't expect that from Israel Gonzalez, but, we knew he was game. I thought I wasn't able to get him out of there, but he was very tough.
In what ways did Israel Gonzalez surprise you?
He was just very awkward, very tough, and he gave me a few body shots that I felt, but it's part of the sport.
You had a couple of instances where you caught him a little bit low, he went down. What happened in those situations?
I don't know if he was faking it or what, but I was trying to give him a body shot. I guess it was maybe going a little low, but I wasn't doing it on purpose.
Look, low.
And we see some of the replays there, just missed it right along the belt line.
Another
what did you
one.
See here?
Low.
I guess you can call it low. I mean, it happens. It's part of the sport. No big deal.
How did you feel out there coming back after in such
Watch
a quick
this.
turnaround?
I mean, I felt
they
good.
didn't show the last one.
I felt better for this fight than my other fights, but I just didn't give the performance I wanted, but it's part of the sport.
it is part of the sport, and you did get the win. So as we said, 3 wins in 2022, which certainly puts you in the mix to be Fighter of the Year. There are several worthy contenders on that list this year. Of course, there's you, Gennady Golovkin, fighting tonight. Dimitri Bivol, in a way, maybe Errol Spence if he comes back. Devin Haney, of course, has had a great run. Do you believe you deserve to be Fighter of the Year?
Yes, I do. I do believe I'm Fighter of the Year. I came up 2 weight classes. This is not my original weight class. I came up 2 weight classes, Fight Call Squad on 6-day notice. So I believe that deserves a Fighter of the Year. And plus, I took on the strongest hitter in the division. So it is what it is.
There's been talk of you returning in December, perhaps on the Chocolatito Estrada card. Is that still your plan?
Yeah, we'll go to talk about the team, and we'll talk about it. We'll come back, and we'll announce it later on.
Congrats, Jesse.
Thank you.
Guys?
What do you make of it?
You know, I still think he should keep that December date. But then, you know, after December, don't come back till about the summer or so. You know, maybe like around like April. You fight in December, come back in like April. You know, because I do feel that fighters should be more active these days. You know, fighting 4 times a year, especially when you're young. So I don't want to say like, you know, like it's burnout. I don't want to say that. You know, he just didn't look good, you know, and you can't expect for, you know, every fight for a fighter to completely dominate. You know, you can't just expect that. You know, I mean, yes, you know, I still feel that Ben Rodriguez, oh, wait, who's he talking to? A lot of fans are outside. I still feel that Ben Rodriguez is a problem for anyone at 115 pounds. But we do know that he is vulnerable, and I'm not ready right now to say he can beat Chocolatito. Again, I would probably say he can beat Estrada, Ioka, and Fernando Martinez, who's fighting German Ancajas again. What's that? October the 8th on the undercard of Sebastian Fundora, Carlos Ocampo. But yes, you know, there is talk of him moving back down to 112 or 108. But I don't know. You know, he's still young. You know, how old is he? 22? Still young. You know, so I'm going to just contribute this to a bad night. But I do think he did just enough to win. But the cards were all fucked. But the 114, 113, I'm cool with. But we're just going to say he had a bad night. Take your time out. Like the video. Subscribe. T-Street Controversy and Fight with FightView 360. I'm interested in who they're going to put him in there against next.